If you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, my rich dad refused to pay me. He said the paycheck was one of the most damaging things you could take in your life.
The rich seem to get richer while the poor keep getting poorer. And it's not about what they have, but how they think. There's a subtle but massive difference. A hidden line keeping the 1% at the top and the 99% struggling below. But what is this difference? How are we supposed to think to reach the top 1%? The truth is shockingly simple. But almost nobody talks about it.
And Rich Dad was not saying that the paycheck was bad. He says you didn't want to be a slave to money.
You could earn 6 figures a year and still be broke. It's about how you think about money and what you do with it. Go to school, get a good job, save money, play it safe. That's what Poor Dad believed. And that's what most of us are taught, right? But Rich Dad says, learn how money works. Don't work for money. Make money work for you. That's the real difference. A poor mindset chases security. A rich mindset chases freedom. Poor mindset says, I need a stable job. Rich mindset says, I need assets that pay me, whether I show up or not. Poor people are trained to trade time for money. Rich people are trained to build systems that make money on autopilot. Poor people save money while the rich people invest it. There's a big difference. Poor Dad saw money as something to fear, something you could lose. Rich Dad saw money as a tool, something to grow. One mindset is driven by fear, the other is driven by strategy. And that's the part most people miss. It's not your salary, it's not your background, it's the way you've been taught to think. If you change the way you think, everything else starts shifting automatically. This is the mindset shift that draws the line between struggling forever and building real wealth. And why do you think the rich dad didn't want Robert to take a paycheck? Well, because a paycheck teaches you the wrong lesson. It teaches you to wait to be paid, to play it safe, and to stay dependent. Paycheck equals dependence. Dependence equals obedience. When you rely on a paycheck, you're not in control. Someone else is. And when they're in control, you follow their rules. You don't speak up, you don't take risks, you show up, do your job, and pray you don't get laid off. That's exactly what Poor Dad believed in. He had degrees, a stable job, and a regular paycheck, but he was still stuck. Always working, always stressed, and never truly free. Rich Dad didn't want that life. He knew that once you get used to that hit of money, you're trapped. You stop thinking about ownership and start thinking about survival. And when you fear losing money, you become obedient. You'll work harder for someone else's dream, not your own. Rich people don't want paychecks. They want ownership. Things that pay you even when you're not working. While the average person is scared to lose a job, entrepreneurs are busy building systems that can scale and run without them. They understand that the goal is freedom, not job security.
So the entrepreneur is not so much the business. The entrepreneur is really the mindset and the skill sets and the different set of rules. You see, small business does not operate in the same rules as big business. Entrepreneur is a mindset first, a skill set, and rules. And depending upon whether you're an employee or a small business, the rules are different.
You don't need to quit your job tomorrow. It's about changing how you see money. Do you want to keep trading your time for dollars, or do you want to own something that pays you while you sleep? That's the core shift. Employees chase security. The wealthy build ownership. Poor Dad focused on cutting costs and staying within limits. He feared risks because he didn't trust his ability to recover from failure. Rich Dad, on the other hand, looked at problems as puzzles to solve. If he didn't have money, he'd find a way, a new skill, a better deal, a creative angle. Rich people don't wait for perfect chances. They create opportunities by thinking differently. They know that money follows value, and value comes from solving real problems. Most importantly, the rich invest time and money into financial education. They learn how money works and how taxes work, how to spot good deals, avoid bad ones, and make smarter decisions. The poor often stop learning after school. The rich never stop, because in the real world, your mindset is your biggest asset or your worst liability. Opportunity is everywhere. The only question is, do you know how to see it? Assets put money in your pockets. Liability takes money out. That's it. That's the rule. But most people get it completely backwards. Ask the average person what their biggest asset is, and they'll proudly say, my house. But is it though? Does that house pay you, or do you pay it? If money is constantly flowing out for mortgage, taxes, maintenance, insurance, it's not an asset, it's a liability, even if it's a nice one. This is how the middle class gets stuck. They buy liabilities disguised as assets, fancy cars, big houses, credit card lifestyles, and then work harder just to keep up with the bills. The rich invest in real assets like real estate that gives monthly rent, stocks that pay dividends, online businesses that run 24/7, and patents, books, or products that keep earning over time. These are things that generate cash, even while you're sleeping. Poor and middle-class mindsets focus on spending money, usually to look richer. Rich mindsets focus on growing money, usually by buying things that make more money. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter and putting your money to work. Because the goal isn't just to earn a paycheck, it is to own things that pay you for life. Now, the next question in your mind is definitely about the debts. Something most people run from, but the rich run toward.
So while some financial experts are saying get out of debt, I'm saying learn how to use debt.
The poor see debt as evil, a trap, a mountain you get buried under. It can be, but if and only you use it wrong. Most people take loans for cars, clothes, phones, and vacations. Stuff that loses value the second you buy it. That's called bad debt. Borrowing money to pay liabilities, things that actively take money out of your pocket. But the rich don't avoid debt, they use it. Rich Dad called it a tool, one of the smartest tools in the wealth game. They use something called good debt. They borrow money to buy assets. A loan to start a business and financing to purchase an apartment building. And well, other people pay off that debt. You buy a rental property with a mortgage and your tenants pay the loan back every month with rent. That's not a burden, that's a money machine. This is how the rich multiply wealth using other people's money. Banks, investors, tenants, even customers. It's called OPM, and they live by it. Poor mindset says, I owe money, I'm stuck. Rich mindset says, I borrowed money to grow more money. Same tool, two completely different results. And let's be real, schools don't teach you how to be rich. They teach you how to follow instructions, pass tests, memorize facts, and fit into a system. Basically, they're training you to be a good employee, not a financially free human being. You know what schools don't teach? How taxes actually work, how to invest in assets, how to read a balance sheet, how to create cash flow, how to build wealth from scratch. In short, they skip the stuff that actually matters when it comes to building a rich life. Poor Dad believed in education, academic education. He thought getting good grades and a college degree would guarantee success. That used to work in his generation. But times have changed. Rich Dad didn't care much about grades. He cared about one thing: financial IQ. He believed real wealth comes from knowing how money moves and how to make it grow. And he was right. Because in the real world, people who understand money, taxes, leverage, and business usually end up hiring the people who passed all the exams. It's not that school is useless, it's just not enough. If you want wealth, you need to study money, not just math. Fear runs the show for most people. The poor mindset is built on fear. Fear of losing your job, fear of rejection, and fear of failing and looking stupid. So what do most people do? They play it safe. Stay in the comfort zone, stick to the routine, clock in, clock out. Poor Dad believed comfort was success. He taught, don't mess up, play it safe, avoid failure. That's how most people live their whole lives, avoiding risk. But Rich Dad had a different rule. Fail fast, fail forward. Because he knew the truth. Discomfort is where growth happens. The rich don't fear loss, they fear staying stuck. They'd rather try, mess up, learn, and level up than sit in the same job, the same paycheck, the same cycle for 40 years. Every wealthy entrepreneur has a history of failures, but they didn't let fear stop them. They used failure as feedback, not a dead end. The rich know that comfort is the enemy of growth. Growth happens when you're uncomfortable, uncertain, and maybe even a little scared, but you do it anyway. In the end, the biggest risk is never taking one. Time is the great equalizer. Everyone gets 24 hours a day. The real difference is how you use them. The poor mindset says, I'll work harder, I'll work longer. It sounds noble, but it's a trap. Because no matter how hard you work, you can't outwork the clock. There's only so many hours you can trade for a paycheck. Rich people understand that time is way more valuable than money, so they do something smart. They build systems that keep earning even when they sleep. It's about multiplying your efforts through people, automation, and assets. For most people, money feels like a constant source of stress. There's never enough. It slips through their fingers. The poor mindset treats money emotionally. They worry, panic, chase it, or avoid it altogether. But the rich don't fear money. They study it and strategize. While the poor are reacting paycheck to paycheck, bill to bill, the rich are planning 3 moves ahead. They approach money logically, not emotionally. In the end, it's not about just being rich. It's about learning the game, master the game, and money follows. But what do you think? Have you started yet? If not, you might want to avoid common pitfalls. Check out our next video to dodge those 100% failure traps.